It begins sometime. Clock reads 13, 14, 15. Ham sandwich, 16. Ham sandwich. So I just thought I'd check in. Oh, full disclosure. Full disclosure. So I used to be prescribed 150 or 125 micrograms of levothyroxine from when I was put on a gram of lithium carbonate a day. After a few months, my thyroid broke, stopped functioning. It took the GP 9 months to find it, even though I went to her after 3 months, had a blood test, but no one looked at the results. Then I fell pregnant, and then they were like, oh, your thyroid's really damaged. And eventually I think I was on 150 micrograms, but I'm willing to take an L, and it was 125, and that was 2014. So obviously I started on 25 micrograms a day. And then in 2020, I had a drug problem, and I wasn't vaping weed, I was burning it and inhaling the smoke. And I don't know how I have any frontal cortex left over from that period, but I also, in that time, decided to just cut down on the levothyroxine, thinking I could use transdermal iodine to treat myself. In the absence of any other sensible doctors, I just went in myself. And it's no good, doesn't work out. Eventually I got kicked out of using the NHS for 7 days. I was put in the naughty corner and not allowed to use the NHS and not allowed to return to that doctor's surgery. So then I had no doctor's surgery, and I didn't rejoin another one because, long story short, so then I didn't take any levothyroxine for, I think it was like 6 months. And then when I was put back onto levothyroxine in October 2025, then I was put onto 50 micrograms, and I was left on 50 micrograms until May, June 2023. I've been taking 100 micrograms now for 2 years, but previously was prescribed either 125 or 150. This is called Peaches and Cream Skin Complexion. This is not makeup. This is called Peaches and Cream. Indicates hypothyroidism. And I have not gone to either of the last 2 thyroid tests that my doctor's surgery told me to go to, because I have to go for one every year. They told me to go, and I haven't been. Last 2 times I booked appointments, I couldn't walk there and back. So, because I had this really bad mental illness, and it means that I can't have any other illnesses, by the way. That's the deal with it. So yeah, so I don't have any other problems, just mental illness. So yeah, just comply, have to comply to get out, to get home, to agree with them. I'll step back, you know, make it look like I intended to take 2 steps. You know, it's just, if I could take my skin off, I would actually really enjoy pulling my ligaments out, as in pulling them, like just isolate the ligament, and then fucking just like see how far it goes. You know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous, you know? I get called aggressive even for like making myself walk. Like, you look aggressive, and I'm like, did I say shit to you? I didn't open my mouth, I didn't stare you out, I just walked, and that's aggressive. Swung my hips too much. I don't know, man. And I have a weird homeboy as well. Like, look at this. Like, this does not go down too well in a psychiatric unit. You can't see it. It says the earth is but one country and mankind its citizens. Well, beholder, not if it's us versus them. That's clearly not true. So you can't be the only one that believes in unity, otherwise you're really going to get the shit kicked out of you, aren't you? And to start demonstrating, be like, we are one family, we are. You want you to hang on to the Bible forever, do you? Just the Bible. If you join Islam, please don't. You know, you'll have like loads of hadith So you can even write some yourself. You know. So there's a type of writing called pastiche. Writing in the style of, for example, I'll make up a hadith now. The Prophet narrated to me, peace be upon him, while walking along the river in such a year, they were better for a man to spend 1 hour in the pursuit of service of his parents' well-being and health than every hour a day on his knees praying for God's favour. All right? Does that sound about right? I don't know. Do you want to make up a hadith? Aisha said she was, oh, hello, I was 9. Oh, hello, I was 9 when I married Muhammad. Sure. I think you'll find that hadith, 250 years after Aisha had passed on, was written by her, like, it was like her cousin's brother's And now everyone's like, yeah, Aisha was 9. Go, Muhammad. It's like, nobody tolerates that apart from, well, your women, clearly, because they have to. Imagine though, you're born into a religion, nowhere to go, bro. Same as me as well, I'm homeless. Not a joke, I'm spiritually homeless. Like, fuck me, like, where do I go? You know, I get thrown out anyway, I asked to leave, generally speaking, so. Right, what's another health check? I smoked crack in my life for about 6 weeks. Between the very end of 2009 and the beginning of 2010, I have not smoked crack cocaine since then. I have not put crack cocaine up my nose since 2010. So maybe I'm actually ill. Very thin skin, very thin. See the veins. Right, well, if you happen to receive this in the post, fuck you, quite honestly. That's what it's for. I don't know, because I'm just bailing now. I'm fucking bailing. Because it's not like I can just, you know, hope for the best. I don't know. I'll do that. Because in a minute I might start pretending that I can't stand very easily, you know? That's what I quite like to do. They have a problem with the way I am sitting. It's okay. Just be harder on your children, you know? That's probably the solution, I think. Or softer, I don't know. Just put them completely in charge. What would you like for dinner? What would you like to eat tonight, darling? Alien. Because my sisters said ham sandwich and jam sandwich, and that was it. That's what you get if you ask your kids, what do you want to eat? And it's only going to be a ham sandwich or a jam sandwich. It takes all the decision making out of your day. It's true. And if you have a postnasal depression because you haven't got enough serotonin or something, fucking hell, bruh. I'm not one that enjoys cuss words, but you have a serotonin thing. There's just no one left to talk to. You can't talk to your doctor. They'll give you a prescription of drugs. And if you start taking them and then don't want to take them anymore, ooh, you might be in trouble. You know? I can't remember what I was talking about. Knees are good. So when I listen back to these straight after recording them, I'm sure there is not so much pitch or whatever it is. I don't know. What are you doing to my work? So yeah, if you are going to be sexually abused in childhood, please make sure it's not famous people doing it. Okay? That's the last thing you need. And by the way, definition of fame is... My name, Shazvi, means eternal success. Generations before and afterwards. Yashasvi Baba. Alright? is where that's derived from. That's the saying where it's derived. Yashasvi Baba. You know, you can say it walking down the road even as a greeting, you know. It's alright, oh yo. Because I'm quite stiff as well, there's actually like, it's not flying out of, so I'm quite tempted to just throw my shoulder out, but I won't, you know, we'll dance instead. Yeah, I pretend that my back hurts, you know, I like doing that, so. Also, don't always limp on the same leg because it's not a permanent injury there, so. But it'll get better gradually with bed rest, and then you'll do another one somewhere else. So you swap your limp because you're pretending to have illnesses other than manic depression. Well, it's lucky for me. First and foremost, also Allah is grateful. He is well pleased. I can speak for him on that count when it comes to me. I have pleased the Lords. And I just mean that as it is, and you don't have to make everything rude. Unless you just want to keep judging me so badly that everything I say is open to interpretation, which is not. I said I please the Lord. Maybe it's because I'm not talking shit about you, I don't know. But no, what I was saying is, mashallah, stuff to do with that. Aren't we lucky? I've come here and explained the situation to you. I'm smoking a fan. But I might have forgotten what that was all about. Here's your Christmas cards. Bought a couple of years ago now. I saved them for those like. Get one to the pharmacy, so. Yeah, I think I was going. It was like, well, I've explained all of that about how your thyroid gets broken because you need so much lithium carbonate because the doctor thinks you're too high, but he's also prescribing codeine as well at the same time. And if the doctor thinks you're a bit too high still, and then to come down to the level he wants you on is utter abasement, and you're not allowed to not use that doctor, you may as well start giving him fellatio. That's what I did. So some lies have been used in this broadcast and some truths have been told, and all of them have been done by somebody with dysphasia, which is obviously made up as well because you can hear me talking, right? Or is my brain actually, because I kept hearing things repetitively, maybe that's how I got the grip of it again. But you might find this easier to listen to if you do speed it up slightly. That's my general experience. And how did I get that knock on the head? According to him, I did it myself. Now, I've tried to show you before, if you hit yourself, you can't do it that hard, let alone make someone like senseless. So, but it's true, when your boyfriend, partner, husband, but not officially, is on top of you smacking you in the head, rhythmically, then yeah, it is like you've done it to yourself, so. And it's fine, because he doesn't remember, but if you push him on it, he says, I did it to myself. So he doesn't remember any of the times of doing it. It's great. And that's what crack did for him. Or maybe it was probably actually the heroin, to be honest with you. Yeah, something like I was saying, some drugs are not for smoking. Don't smoke heroin. Don't smoke green. It's just not necessary. Like, King of Belfast had a neighbour that smoked green and no one else needed to. The neighbour smoked for everyone, and I was that neighbour one time. In fact, that's why I sent you £20, Belfast. because of that situation. It might have been over by then, you know. Maybe that person got taken somewhere, like made to go somewhere. Like, we know you're not happy. You sit here and you stay here until you get a bit happier with us. Then you can go home and use a vaporizer or edibles. Well, you want to do it like it is in the movies. Oh, we're having a great time, aren't you? Oh, it's great puff, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. You're liking it. Nice stuff. Great smoke. Yeah, glad we're together. Isn't that right? Don't smoke heroin. Don't smoke crack. Don't. So why put cocaine up your nose? What the problem with you? Do you want a sinus problem? Don't put it up your nose. You can have it in chewing gum. If you start small, you can build your way up. But you can't come down from 3 grams a weekend. And that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's 9 grams over 3 days. Woo-hee! It's fine. It's cool. Only you know the problems you have. So hopefully, if you don't know what your problem is, maybe start there. I'm a sinner. I have to say, Lord, Lord, forgive me. And he does. That's his job. Like I said, I please him. I've pleased him with all this work I've done. With pneumonia, with post-tubal ligation syndrome, i.e. a mental illness where I've developed a resentment to my own ovaries since being sterilised, and I only actually went there for an excision of endometriosis and a womb lining ablation, but he warns me in case of ectopic pregnancy I do need to put titanium in my middle, and I might be taking pregabalin at the time with a man sitting next to me that only married me for a reason of visa and really doesn't give a shit, so he's not involved in the consultation. You, surgeon, don't tell me there's any prospective problems involved. And when I have a problem afterwards, because I wake up screaming from the surgery, and you talk about holding me in the hospital, but I insist that I leave because I've seen the inside of the hospital. If I go back to you a week later and you do a pelvic ultrasound and tell me there's loads of fluid around my ovaries and will take 3 months to recover, and that was 6.5 years ago, she's developed a mental illness where it's about a resentment with the ovaries. I'm working with that as well. And otherwise, piece of shit. Quite honestly, I just rock up whenever. Oh dear, I've not brushed my teeth. Oh, well, I did it yesterday. Deal with it, you know. And most people are like, it's unappetizing. And I'm like, I know, I made it myself. I fucking know. But, you know, when people give me £2 randomly, but they're actually like committed to doing that every month. I know, I'm just saying £2 as an example. It can be a penny if you want. I know plenty of buskers have pennies thrown at them, no problem. It's just that I will earn better in the summer to go and sit on the street corner in, say, Welwyn Garden City, say somewhere where people don't know me. Maybe I'll like draw a beard on my face. And if I just go and sit, maybe Welwyn Garden's not a good choice, but St Albans, let's say, go and sit on the corner of the street Friday, Saturday into Sunday morning, you will give me loads of money. So this is begging as well. What can I say? Because obviously I want the money. And that's about all. Yeah, to be honest, that's about all. Who needs any more than money? Unless you're already rich and then you don't even need money. What would you do for entertainment then? Well, I suppose you could gamble on people's lives and the outcome, I suppose, you know. Because you've got quite a lot of details about us, lots of data, where we're from, who our parents were, specialist subjects and everything. So if you're in a handicap race of horses, spiritually speaking, everyone's got to finish in a straight line. All the horses' heads are all straight line, there's the line over the line, everyone's equal. If there's 10 horses in the race, maybe one of them fell at the last fence or fell at the first, we don't know, but at least everyone else is going to finish in a straight line. And when it comes to the material world, which apparently is finite, like I'm like, I think it might be infinite. We don't know for sure that it's not infinite. So we could work on a monetary system that's technically infinite if you wanted, because you can't stop counting anyway, so that's money for you. It's a new idea, I don't know where I got it from, but probably that poetry guy in Nero's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're just doing that for like 20 minutes until somebody asks them to leave. But you know, getting back to the point. Done all of this, and now I want money, all right? And if you don't give me money, well, I want sex, so you could offer that. You could offer that if you want. I think I was going somewhere, but the thing is, I keep shorting out. I keep short-circuiting. It's because I have imaginary pain. It looks like I'm hearing voices, but they're signals to my mind. Yes, from other parts of my body. I wish you well too, Karen Carter. Karen has left the building. All right, DJs and drunks and people complaining, I love you very, very much indeed. That is obligatory to say. Get your thyroid checked if you're that fucking miserable. It is too much for you. Okay, goodbye.